In an extraordinary, unexpected turn of events, fence-sitting wet-wipe Labour leader Keir Starmer has actually expressed a firm conviction about something. In 3 years as Labour leader, in what has been the most troubled and tumultuous political landscape in modern times, Keir Starmer has contributed absolutely nothing to the public debate, not a sausage. But now, unexpectedly, he seems to have put on his big boy trousers and expressed some strong views about something. Praise the Lord, miracles do happen. Keir Starmer has come out and said that it's time for Britain to wean itself off cheap, unskilled migrant labour, which was absolutely the last thing any of us expected to hear from him. Difficult to imagine that Starmer ran this conviction past such Labour frontbench luminaries as David Lammy or Angela Rayner before going public with it. One can only imagine half the Labour front bench are absolutely apoplectic with rage this morning, given that Starmer's commitment to ending cheap migrant labour now makes the Labour Party ideologically more right-wing than the current tax-thieving Tories, who are of course busy running this country into the ground by spunking taxpayers' money left, right and centre on green schemes and foreign aid, whilst the cost of living crisis plunges millions of British people into very real poverty in what promises to be the Conservatives' final few years in government for a very, very long time. Predictably, it was none other than war criminal and probable Satanist Tony Blair that first opened the UK to mass uncontrolled immigration, and during the 90s and noughties we saw enormous unprecedented numbers of people arriving in the UK, temporarily boosting the economy whilst also destroying the fabric of our culture and society. This mass uncontrolled influx of cheap unskilled migrant labour flooded the lower end of the job market, allowing middle-class liberal employers to keep wages artificially low, introduce 0 hours contracts and instigate a general decline in working conditions. Essentially, under Blair, the Labour Party used uncontrolled mass immigration to attack and diminish the poorest working people in the UK, the very people that voted them into office, a sickening betrayal by any standards. Middle-class employers lined their pockets, their employees became poorer, a significant rise in population density over a short space of time meant access to public amenities such as healthcare and decent school places became scarcer, while our chaotic and newly vibrant city centres saw a surge in crime. And while middle-class liberals were getting rich from migrant labour, the UK government either neglected or exploited the children of people who already lived in this country, offering no support for vocational training, no intention of creating a skilled workforce amongst our own people, instead conning teenagers to take on significant student loan debt in return for a university education that would prove absolutely useless to them in the job market. Just one of many reasons why Blair should be rotting in jail. Nice of Starmer to distance himself from all that and pledge to stop the unregulated, irresponsible migration culture that has damaged the nation so much, but it's too little too late. There are some things that can't be fixed.